Imagine a typical day. You wake up to a blaring alarm. You're already running late. Coffee spills as you rush out the door. The commute is a stressful blur. At work, emails pile up faster than you can answer them. Your to-do list seems to grow longer by the minute. Meetings drag on, deadlines loom. By the time you get home, you're utterly drained. But there's still dinner to make, errands to run, and family to attend to. The cycle of overwhelm seems endless. This feeling of overwhelm is often reflected in our physical spaces. Our desks become cluttered with unfinished projects and unnecessary items. Our minds, much like these desks, become cluttered with too many commitments and half-hearted attempts to do it all. We say yes to every request, take on more than we can handle, and spread ourselves thin trying to please everyone. This lack of focus leads to stress, burnout, and a sense of being constantly overwhelmed. But what if there was a better way? What if, instead of trying to do everything, we focused on doing the essential things exceptionally well? This is where essentialism comes in. In a world that constantly demands more from us, essentialism offers a refreshing perspective. It challenges the notion that we need to do everything and be everywhere. Instead, it encourages us to focus on what truly matters. Essentialism isn't about getting more done in less time. It's about doing less, but better. It's about making deliberate choices and saying no to the things that don't align with our highest priorities. It's about investing your time and energy in the things that truly matter. Imagine spending your days engaged in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, rather than being bogged down by endless tasks and obligations. It's about making the wisest possible investment of your time and energy in order to operate at your highest point of contribution. When we focus on what truly matters, we can achieve more meaningful results. It's about discerning the vital few from the trivial many. By identifying the few tasks that are truly important, we can eliminate the distractions that prevent us from reaching our full potential. It's about eliminating the non-essential tasks and commitments that drain our time and energy. This process of elimination allows us to focus on what truly matters, leading to a more balanced and fulfilling life. By doing so, we create space for what truly matters. Imagine the peace and clarity that comes from a life free of unnecessary clutter and distractions. Imagine that cluttered desk transformed into a minimalist workspace. This transformation symbolizes the clarity and focus that essentialism brings to our lives. The image represents the clarity and focus that essentialism brings to our lives. By embracing essentialism, we can create a life that is not only more productive, but also more meaningful and fulfilling. Essentialism is like carving a path through a dense forest. It's about making deliberate choices to focus on what truly matters. We start by identifying our destination, our most important goals and values. This clarity gives us direction and purpose. Then we clear away the underbrush of non-essential commitments and distractions that block our way. This means removing anything that doesn't contribute to our main objectives. This process requires us to be ruthless with our time and energy. We must prioritize tasks that align with our goals and eliminate those that don't. We must learn to say no to the good so we can say yes to the great. This means making tough decisions and sometimes disappointing others. We must be willing to let go of the things that don't serve us so we can create space for the things that do. This might involve decluttering our physical space or our mental space. This might mean declining meetings, delegating tasks, or even rethinking our daily routines to ensure they align with our priorities. It also means saying no to opportunities that don't align with our core values. By doing so, we protect our time and energy for what truly matters. Ultimately, essentialism is about creating a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. It's about making intentional choices that lead to a more focused and purposeful existence. Imagine your life before essentialism as a black and white photograph, devoid of any color. It's dull, lifeless, and lacks vibrancy and excitement. Now, imagine adding color to that photograph, bringing it to life. Suddenly, the world comes alive with possibilities. The colors represent the energy, joy, and meaning that come from focusing on what truly matters in life. Essentialism is not just about being more productive, it's about living a more meaningful and fulfilling life. It's about reclaiming our time and energy so we can invest them in the things that bring us joy, purpose, and satisfaction. One of the most challenging aspects of essentialism is learning to say no. It's a skill that many of us struggle with, often because we fear disappointing others or missing out on opportunities. However, the ability to say no is crucial for maintaining balance and focus in our lives. We often feel obligated to say yes to every request, even if it means sacrificing our own well-being. This sense of obligation can stem from societal expectations, personal guilt, or the desire to be seen as helpful and accommodating. But constantly saying yes can lead to burnout and resentment. However, saying no is not selfish, it's self-preserving. It allows us to set boundaries and prioritize our own needs and goals. By saying no, we protect our time and energy, ensuring that we can give our best to the commitments that truly matter. Each time we say yes to something, we are essentially saying no to something else. This trade-off is often overlooked, but it's important to recognize that our time and energy are finite resources. When we overcommit, we spread ourselves too thin and compromise the quality of our efforts. When we say yes to an unnecessary commitment, we are saying no to time with our loved ones, time for personal growth, or simply time to rest and recharge. These moments of connection and self-care are essential for our overall well-being and happiness. By learning to say no gracefully but firmly, we reclaim our time and energy and create space for the things that truly matter. This practice empowers us to live more intentionally and align our actions with our values and priorities. Remember, every time you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you are saying yes to something that does. Embrace the power of saying no, and watch how it transforms your life, bringing clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. So the next time you are faced with a request or an opportunity, take a moment to consider whether it aligns with your goals and values. If it doesn't, don't be afraid to say no. Your future self will thank you. Embracing essentialism is a journey. It's about making conscious choices about how we spend our time and energy. It's about designing a life that is both productive and fulfilling. Start by identifying your essential tasks and commitments. Then eliminate or delegate the non-essential. Focus on creating systems that support your goals and allow you to work smarter, not harder. Remember, essentialism is not about doing less. It's about making our highest contribution in the things that matter most. It's about living a life of intention, purpose, and joy.